Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Mustang Arcade. My name is Loudan Vines, and I'm joined by
Thomas Guerrero.
It's only us two today, but we're going to be reviewing Devil May Cry 5. And sweet Jesus, that was great.
I feel like when I saw the trailer, I wasn't too impressed. I mean, it's a next-gen, PS4 game, so I was like, it's gotta
also
look
on Xbox
good.
and stuff.
Yeah, it's gotta look good. So when it looked, I was just like, maybe it's all just looks. Gameplay might be wonky.
Bayonetta 12.
But, I just made some nasty assumptions, and boy, do I regret those assumptions.
I had high expectations from the get-go because Devil May Cry 4 was great. I mean, a lot of people don't really like it that much, but I enjoyed it. And then Devil May Cry 5, immediately saw the trailers, saw that it wasn't the crappy reboot, and it's just like, praise the sun.
Praise this. Different game.
Different game. So, first let's talk about the gameplay. What did you think about the gameplay?
I thought it flowed really well. Like, I really enjoy how I guess you could say kind of Street Fighter style, where the more hits you get, like the little rating of how many hits you've gotten, and it tells you how good you're doing.
Yeah.
I feel like it's really simple. It flows well. It's kind of tedious to use every weapon at like one time, or like all the combos at once.
You mean for like Dante?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like once you get the hang of it, you got the hang of it. Like, you could just roll with it easily.
Yeah. So if you guys don't know, there's two modes in the beginning, Human and Devil Hunter mode. Personally, I'm going to recommend using Devil Hunter because I got to admit, the game's kind of easy, in my opinion. It gives
it a better feel.
Yeah. And gameplay-wise, as he said, there's combo system, in where you use a wide variety of weapons and types of combos that you unlock with these things called red orbs, which is the currency of the game. That way you can get better ratings, because I feel like Devil May Cry, the gameplay especially, it makes it like, oh, I really don't want to do bad at this and look like I'm trash at video games, so I gotta at least get like an A rating or something. And where
as
a veteran, you gotta get those S's. You feel me? Smoking.
But besides that, I just feel like the cutscenes weren't long. They were relatively short, and they were good enough to where you'd want to keep playing them and not sit through like an hour of cutscenes like a lot of other games nowadays. But it just got straight to the point. Like, it's fight to fight, combat to combat. It's just quick, snappy.
And I love the weapons in this game.
The weapons, and the art style of the weapons.
My boy Nero coming in clutch with that freaking Devil Breaker. Oh boy.
Who knew a robot arm could be that OP?
Multiple robot arms.
Well, yeah, multiple.
Yeah, and then, of course, you have the new character, V, who uses these, like, familiars, like Shadow. Like there's a panther.
It's a bird, it's a panther, and then a big golem boy.
Golem boy, yeah, made of slime, darkness.
Slime and, like, stone and something like that. I don't even know.
And then, of course, you got the boy Dante, coming in with a whole array of weapons. You got his, of course, regular sword.
The Sparta sword.
Yeah, he gets 3 swords in this game, if you don't know. Rebellion, the Sparta sword, the legendary sword Sparta, and then he gets his own sword, which I won't reveal how, called legendary sword Dante. And where that is freaking awesome.
I love the way that weapon looks.
And of course, you unlock more weapons as you beat bosses, in which the bosses in this game, excellent.
The bosses, I really enjoy how they continued with the cutscenes before the bosses, where he like taunt them, and they have character,
and they just destroy them.
Like Chaos, you remember the fast one, Chaos?
Yes.
He's like a hedgehog, bro. That was funny. It's just the way he taunts them, the way he talks to them. It's just entertaining to watch those few seconds of a cutscene before you go into this.
Yeah, even the first
fighting.
Even the first one, or the second one, technically, Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's just a big, giant dude, and then Nero's just like, hey, let me make fun of you.
I feel like that adds a lot of personality to characters. I feel like it really gives that,
je ne sais quoi.
I guess, personal feel, kind of, because you feel like you can relate to them to a sense.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just really enjoy
if relating to half-demons and destructive forces of nature is your thing,
Basically, yeah.
Now, let's talk about the music. This game has some epic freaking music.
Some of the soundtracks I was slightly disappointed in.
Like there were some really like kind of weird choices. Like I didn't really like the Virgil, the Urizen boss battle theme. It was just like a whole choir kind of thingy, which I didn't really like. But Nero's main fighting
was really
theme, bro.
Reminiscent of Dark Souls. Urizen's theme. It was kind of reminiscent.
Dude, Urizen does kind of seem like a Dark Souls boss, doesn't he?
A little bit.
The tentacles and everything.
Yeah.
Bro, Nero's main theme for fighting, Devil Trigger, bro. The one that plays in the trailers and everything, that is the best
That
song.
one I mean, not really, but it sort of reminds me of Doom to a sense. It could just be me.
Yeah, I just personally enjoy it because it like when I saw the trailer, it's like, oh my gosh. Immediately when that song plays, I'm like, it's a real Devil May Cry. You just like can feel that this is Devil May Cry when you listen to that song.
Yeah, when you hear the soundtrack, it'll let you feel
Dante's
that like Devil
theme?
Hunter.
V's
like,
theme is
going
cool.
in, fighting everything. Kind of.
Dante's theme is kind of meh.
Dante's theme was
I feel like it should have been more fun-loving than just like.
Yeah, I feel like his shouldn't have been so much.
That
of,
was
like,
a Doom
metal.
theme song.
Yeah. I feel like his shouldn't have been too much of metal. I feel like it could have been, I guess, more like Urizen's a little
bit.
Maybe have some better vocals.
Maybe
not
mix
just
up of
psycho
Nero
screaming.
and like.
Yeah.
But bro, I really enjoy like the boss themes, especially like they're just they're not memorable in the sense where you can like remember their names, but like whenever you
can
like
just remember
fight,
the
like
tune
let's say you're fighting King Cerberus, it's just like
As soon as you hear it, even though you don't know the name, you'll know what you're listening to.
yeah, it's like oh dang, and
It's
then,
like I know this.
yeah, it was really good, and of course, the visuals of this game.
The visual.
Same engine as Resident Evil 2 the remake, which that game has amazing graphics too. This game though, bro, it's like beautiful.
I mean, there's some games that get graphics, and there's some games with good graphics, some games with bad graphics. But when you find that like perfect divide between good and great, and you go to the great side, then it's good.
Yes.
Okay. Graphics wise, it was smooth, it was clean, it was crisp.
They put so
And then
much freaking detail.
The amount of detail they put in everything, like the basic like little cannon fodder devils you
or
fight,
whatever.
they're so easy, but they look, I guess, challenging. They look like actual like demons.
Yeah,
or
and like
devils.
those freaking scythe guys, dude. Those guys looked awesome.
I feel like they didn't waste a drop of potential in this game when it came to art design, but I just feel like if they could have tuned the soundtracks a bit more, then it would have been a perfect 10 out of 10.
Yeah, less like heavy dark metal, more fun-loving kind of rock metal.
Because you have Dante, the kind of dude that's
Pizza.
he's serious and he
Pizza.
fights and all that. But then you gotta remember, this is the guy that loves pizza. The guy that does a Michael Jackson.
The guy who legit has a
cutscene.
closet full of red freaking trench coats.
Exactly. But there's always the idea of, yeah, he's a demon slayer, but then you have to remember this person has humanity. This person has culture.
He's not Virgil.
Yeah, he's not Virgil, dead inside. I'm edgy kind of stuff.
Just because my mommy didn't like me. It's like, she did like you, you idiot.
She loved both of you.
The Nero is just like, bup.
I don't know who my dad is. I don't know.
Daddy? Dad?
Where you at, Dad? Anyways.
Spoilers.
Oh, boy.
But now, here's the real spoiler-heavy stuff. The story. The story is amazing. I'm going to ask you this. What did you think of them revealing that Virgil was Nero's dad? I knew that was going to happen, though.
Okay, in all honesty, I didn't think it would come out as quickly as that.
Oh, he's your father. What?
Who you? But I feel like they
Jumps out of
should
an
have
RV.
maybe let it up more, or built it up.
I feel like they
more.
kind of did, referencing, like, dude, who did call it V was Virgil? Part of Virgil, at least. I did, because he kept on referencing the house, and then he had, like, the V in his name. It's like, and, like, he has the whole thing where he turns his hair white, and he's got, like, the phantoms and everything.
I feel like it's kind of weird because Virgil, when he didn't, stab Urizen and get his Yamato back, before he did that, he had black hair, and I was like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I feel like they could have just stuck with black hair. I think that's just me.
Virgil's always had white hair, though.
Well, yeah, but I just feel like they could have stuck with black hair. I felt like it looked cool because Dante white hair and black hair
Well, but
is
they're
the
twins.
opposite. But
Yeah, but I get what you mean. But still, I thought the reveal was pretty good, and like, it was obvious that Virgil was Nero's dad.
You could tell by his hair, first off. But
And he took his freaking sword.
he ripped his arm off and said, "I'm gonna be taking this."
It's just like, oh, it's in your arm. How
And
cool.
then Nero's just chilling, working on his car.
I'm getting married to Kyrie, and I got my friend Nico here fixing my RV. Go get some dinner. Works out a little bit more. Hey there, stranger man.
There's
Yeet.
food over there. Oh wait, you're approaching me. Ah! Okay, and he loses his arm, and it's just rip in peace.
It was just like, Kyrie's like, Nero, what happened? He's like, I left you alone for 5 seconds, and he's like, yeah.
It's not my fault.
Some dude in a cloak just ripped off my arm.
It turned it into a sword.
Just, dude, that game is just hilarious.
I feel like the conflict was interesting. I feel like
Just a sibling rivalry.
it's interesting because they made a sibling rivalry go so far.
And then Nero's just like, you both are dumb.
Nero comes in all demon angel man person thing.
He looks like Kratos angel thingy from
He
Devil May
reminds
Cry
me of
4.
Devilman Crybaby. I don't
my
know
God,
if
he
it's
kinda
just me.
does.
He kind of does. If you've seen that anime,
And the way he transforms.
I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's like,
like
it's like Power Rangers. T-Rex and
And then, of course, he gets back his freaking Devil Bringer where he can grab him and freaking do suplexes and wrestling moves. I was like, yes.
I feel like I enjoyed Nero's demon form or devil mode, if you want to call
Devil
it.
Trigger.
Yeah, I feel like that just looked really freaking cool.
I thought it looked cool. Because the game, after you dealt the story, there's so much more to do. In which we'll get into that in a little bit. But let's finish up with the story. So, how did you think the story, played out overall? Did you enjoy
I
it?
feel as though it played out pretty well. I feel like
this is the most consistent story in a Devil May
Yeah,
Cry
there's
game.
no what's the word?
Plot
There's
holes.
there's no plot holes. There's no
Because you switch between characters, which
you're,
shows their perspectives, which is awesome. Because in
because
the
it's
game,
all at the same time.
yes,
Technically.
and the best part is in the game, since there's an online network. Whenever you're playing a level as let's say you're playing as Nero, and there's also a V is also in that level, but at a different perspective, it'll show another player playing as V on the other side of a map, and you can see him fighting. The online person fighting as V while you're Nero. So I thought that was really cool because you're technically playing with somebody. But
Yeah,
you're
when
not.
I first saw that, I was confused. I was like, wait, what?
I thought that was just like a rating system on their levels, on where they were. But it's like, oh no, they're actually in my level right now.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of Dark Souls again, where you'll have those little white ghost figures of other players walking around.
Walks into boss. Yeah, you could go first.
Yeah, you got that.
Dies, goes in. Oh, well, at least you got some health off. Get your head cut off. It didn't work.
It did.
It didn't work. Big Hat Logan, no.
I feel like the prologue was very interesting.
Very interesting. Because you didn't understand anything yet.
You didn't. Yeah, you didn't.
It's like,
know
why
anything
is
that was
Nero's
going on.
arm gone? Who is this V person? Urizen.
Why does he?
Why
have
are
a
you so
robot
ugly?
Arm? Why does he have a robot arm? Urizen, when did you get so big and scary?
It's like, oh boy, let's fight this demon. Sees Dante get destroyed. Yeah,
I don't
okay.
know about that one, Chief. I don't know.
Sees Lady Trish on the floor. What? This
It's
is
just
a
one of
duck
those moments where you put your hands together, you put them in front of your face, and you're just like, I'm dead. You're just
Yeah, which also another thing, the main fights with Urizen until the final fight, you're expected to lose. They make you lose. But in the prologue,
it's incredibly difficult
Yes, but
if you want to win.
But in the prologue, once you beat the game and go back to the prologue again, you can beat him and get an alternate ending where everybody's like sunshine and rainbows.
It's odd because that interested me. If you kill Urizen in the beginning, and then all the way at the end, you basically kill him again. What difference does it make of when he gets killed?
Because if you kill him first, the tree won't be fully grown and it'll just fall apart.
Oh, that's right. Because
That and Nero would never have gotten his Devil Breaker, the robot arm, because technically, if you go back in time, that doesn't exist yet. Technically, I know that you're playing with the Devil Breaker, but technically at that point, Nero's killing him without the arm in their timeline. So that means technically, none of that stuff with Nico would have happened. V would just be a human. He'd probably fade away eventually. But Yeah, I mean, which is cool because the prologue is interesting.
It's a cool idea because then it shows the two different sides of the coin where
One,
if
Nero
you-
doesn't get his arm back.
yeah, it shows it's kind of two sides of the same coin because either way Urizen dies.
Virgil
But-
big dead again.
Yeah. Either way, Urizen dies, but they both have extraordinarily different.
Technically, he doesn't die
Well,
if you.
he gets
go for the-
absorbed, I guess.
He merges with V.
Whatever you want to call it. He
Fusion
basically dies.
ha.
He basically dies. He
does.
ceases to exist.
Yeah, he ceases to exist.
And oh man, the boss fight with Virgil at the end.
Bro, so cool.
When the Nero comes in, big boy, don't kill each other.
And then Nero fights him and it plays the theme all retro and awesome sounding. And then you freaking like use your wrestling moves. And he's like, what do you want me to recognize, your strength or you as my son? He's like, both. And then just freaking slash yeet.
Just throw him on the ground.
Oh, and then he freaking slaps Dante. Yeet.
Backhand.
No, I'm
Neither of
gonna
you is gonna
backhand.
die here. That slap nearly killed me.
I'm just gonna. He's like, I don't care. I'm gonna sit this one
I'll
out,
set this one out anyways.
bro. That was freaking hilarious. Nero went clutch in this one.
I feel like overall the game is just really good. I feel like honestly anyone could pick it up, even if you haven't played the DMC games. It's a fun story to
Seriously.
kind of come to and come into.
Yeah, if you don't really understand anything, you could still play it just fine.
Yeah,
Because it still mentions, like, oh, Virgil's Dante's brother. It kind of explains some things.
it explains
That, and there's a whole
few
compendium.
things, but there's a couple of holes as far as Devil May Cry, 1 through
Yeah,
4.
but there's also, remember, there's a video included that includes the history of Devil May Cry. There, if you go into videos in the jukebox or whatever, or in the gallery, it actually has a video that tells you exactly what happened through 1 through 4.
Oh,
Also, there's a compendium that Nico writes that has all the enemies and like all the characters and what their weapons are and everything like that. So you can learn from there.
yeah. So even better, it gives you an entire backstory.
It's not like Destiny
basically.
where you have to look at a freaking website to learn their
You
entire
have to
story.
read little
Grimoires.
Cards, and they give you tiny little excerpts of the story.
The Fallen. Bad dudes.
Bad dudes, basically.
We've now reviewed Devil May Cry. What do you rate Devil May Cry
What
5?
do I rate it? Well, it depends. What are we rating it out of?
From a D to triple S.
Okay, from D to triple S, it's a quadruple S for me. I'm currently playing through it again just because Dante must die. Anyways, and I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie, but I still enjoy the game.
I haven't
enjoy
played it yet because I'm busy with like other games. Like what is Dante Must Die mode? You always play as Dante, or do you also still play as Nero?
I am unsure. I barely started,
Oh, okay.
but it's hard. I've died
Well, yeah.
multiple times. But it's enjoyable either way. And just going back and running through all the cutscenes again, all the bosses again, I feel like that's just going to be the most fun part. Just seeing all the cutscenes where he taunts them
Seriously.
again. It's just overall, it's just fun no matter how long you've been playing it.
And I'm pretty sure there's not even a season pass, meaning that there's no. I mean, yeah, there's microtransactions, but still.
Microtransactions are the future of technology.
Oh yeah, EA. What? But yeah, I'm
What do
gonna
you rate it, big boy?
pentakill League of Legends.
Please no.
Aced.
I have really bad PTSD of that game. But anyways,
yeah.
Devil May Cry is a really good game. You haven't played it, play it. If you are playing it, play it again. What do you think? Just yeah?
Same thing. I really just agree with you 100% and play it again and again and again. Just if you haven't picked up any Devil May Cry game, or you're really not that much
Get
into
the
gaming,
HD collection.
Get the
Go through
HD
it.
collection,
Get through-
please, and then get the deluxe edition for $4
And you'll
because
just
it's only like $15.
and you will just love this franchise as much as we do.
All right, guys, that'll wrap it up for our review for Devil May Cry 5. Thank you once again for tuning in. I'm your host, Loudan and and once again, I'm joined by,
Thomas Guerrero.
and we will see you all
Next
next time.
time.
Jackpot.